Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Carmen Rodgers with Tallassee Publishers. It is Monday, March the 2nd, first Monday in March. I'm here at City Hall with Mayor Johhny Hammock. And Mayor Hammock, tomorrow is Super Tuesday. Can you go ahead and let our citizens know where they need to go, which ward if they're in, where they need to go to vote?
Well, this is a primary election voting for the Republican primary and the Democratic primary. County commissioners on the Elmore County side, I know they're in this race. Congressional seat primary for Martha Roby's seat. There's some school board for Tallassee County. There's a lot of different things going on. So I know if you live in the city limits on the Tallassee County side, you'll vote here at City Hall. We already got this box right here. It was delivered that I got to be here at 6:30 in the morning to help the Nail Hicks and some of them set up everything. And then on the Elmore County side, I think God's Congregational Church and Tallaweka Baptist Church will be 2 polling sites as well.
Okay.
Those are the 3 polling sites in the city limits.
All right.
Now, you know, they got some out in Friendship and places like that, but as far as city limits, I know those are the 3 sites.
So City Hall, God's Congregation, Holiness Church, and Tallaweka Baptist.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. Well, that's
so good luck to all the candidates. You know, it's their election day is nearing. So.
Yep, Super Tuesday.
Yep.
Okay. Well, moving right along, I saw where some of the city employees have been patching up some potholes around town.
Oh yeah, we have had a rainy winter so far, and the place where we buy asphalt in Notasulga has not been producing because of the weather. The temperatures have to be right, and it has to be dry. And last week, finally, we had a break in the weather, and we were able to buy some asphalt and get a lot of it done. We still got some out there. We also bought this new product that's from Israel, from a company in Kent. It's called Road Soup, and it seems to be working out. We bought 30 bags of that. It's kind of like a cold patch that you can put in a pothole and kind of temporarily hold it, until you get some asphalt. So I bought a pallet of that. Actually, I think Councilman Carr called me about a few spots that we didn't get to over in his ward. So after this, I'm going to ride over there and mark them and call the guys and see if we got some of that road soup we can bring out and kind of patch them up until we can buy more asphalt. As you see, it's raining again.
Yes.
So, but you can put that road soup down in the rain and pack it in and it'll hold.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving right along, there are some repairs that need to be done at the library and the rec center.
Yes, that's correct. I think the bids will be open next Tuesday at the city council meeting, and the council will make a decision on it. I don't know what the bids, they're due at about 3 o'clock that Tuesday, and then we're going to open them up here during the work session at 5. So we invite everybody out to come see that. I don't know what the bids are going to come back as. Jeremy Taunton, Councilman Taunton, he works at True Value, and he has a lot more construction knowledge than I do. So he wanted to go by and redo these bids and look at it and kind of come up with a scope of work. So he came up with a scope of work for the library and for the rec center, and we'll just see what happens. I'm going to be out of town on business that day, so I won't be there, but this is a council decision on, if they want to accept a bid, how much they want to spend, things like that. So.
Okay, so anyone interested in maybe putting in a bid as until...
Yeah, so I won't even be here. I won't even see the bids, when they're open, but I'll later on that night when I get to my hotel room, I'll watch it and do a council meeting on Tallassee Tribune.
Absolutely.
And see what happens, I guess, or call Bill Godwin. He's going to be running the meeting, but yeah.
Okay, and that's going to be the March 14th.
No, that's March the 10th.
10th council meeting?
Yeah, it's the 10th, yeah.
Okay, not this Tuesday, but the next.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
The bids are due at, I think, 3 p.m. in the city clerk's office.
Okay.
And then 5 o'clock they'll be opened by the city council, and then hopefully they'll make a decision. I don't know. They might table it. That's up to them. They're the legislative branch of the government that make all the financial decisions and things like that.
All right, so we'll all know Tuesday.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and I also hear that there's a possibility that you may be saving the city some money when it comes to our bonds.
Yes, that's correct. We talked about this at a work session a few weeks ago. I watched the bond market and the stock market, and basically the 2001 bond. When I came in the office, there was 4 bonds out there. which totaled about $17 million that the city was in debt. Basically, when I came in the office, we were $1.2 million away from our constitutional debt limit. To explain that in layman's terms, if you have a credit card with a $10,000 debt max on it, we're at 9,900. We're right at the top of it. So basically, I've been watching them pretty closely, and you got to wait till you get inside a call date. Well, with this coronavirus and things like that, it's been making the stock market kind of go down, and the bond rates have been really going down as well. So we were able to refinance. I've been gathering all the rate information on our utilities and everything. So we're going to be able to refinance the 2001 bond, and that'll save us about $200,000. And then there's the 2014 bond. I sent an email out to the council the other day telling them there was an opportunity for us to refinance that one as well, and we'll be able to save about $300,000 on that one.
Oh wow! So combined, that's about
$500,000.
That's amazing.
Basically, on the first bond, we've already talked about that at the council meeting. I don't know if you remember, but the city council just does not want to make the two payments on that bond this year and save $203,000.
Right.
So that way you can spend it on however you want to. And they wanted me to go out and hire 3 new people, which we're trying to find some people to work in the public works department. So we're accepting applications for that right now. But I don't know about this $300,000. I don't know if they'll want to take the savings, the life of the bond, get a check back at closing for $300,000+. It just depends. The stock market might move back up before I get to closing. It might be 280. I mean, it moves every day. So as of Friday, we're looking at around 300,000. So, but anyway, it's good. You're looking at probably around $500,000 in savings, and you just got to keep an eye on the stock market and the bond market, and when your call dates and things like that. But I really enjoy that kind of stuff. It's one of the things I do when I'm got a little downtime. I kind of call Frazier Lanier and find out when the call dates and stuff are, get with the new city clerk. Hey, give me some bond information. Let me look at these bonds and things like that. So I know it's a lot of numbers and stuff. But,
well, it seems to be paying off.
Yeah, it is, and hopefully the city council can find something to do with that $300,000 in savings, and we already know what we're doing with the other $200,000. So
now, is that something that they'll also have to take up to the next council meeting when they have to vote to restructure those, or is that what it is, restructuring of the bond?
Yeah, well, the second one. Yeah, I sent them an email saying, hey, I'm going to go ahead and tell the bond company to start getting the paperwork together, and so we can head to closing. Y'all can decide later how you want to spend the money.
Right.
Take the savings on the payments over the life of the bond, or if you want cash back, or if you want to not make the payment for each 6 months. I think the bond payments are every 6 months, so you just won't have to make a big bond payment twice this year. So that's how you do it. There's 3 different options there. But the thing that's a lot better than that is, out of those 2 bonds, we'll be able to remove $1.5 million off the 2001 bond and $7 million off the 2014 bond. That's $8.5 million off of our GO, which is general obligation debt limit. So that $17 million is all stacked on the general obligation. So you got to move it over here to utilities now, because our rates have changed a little bit. So you can move it over there, and that frees it up if you have another project that you have to do. You see, a lot of people got upset with me, because when I came in the office, they were talking for a whole year about putting a swimming pool in Carville and all that. $2.5 million.
It was way before you came along.
I know, and a lot of the swim team parents are still to this day mad at me. But I looked at it, I said, well, we're up against our constitutional debt limit. I'm not saying I'm against a swimming pool or I'm for a swimming pool. I'm just saying we couldn't build a swimming pool if we wanted to, because we were 1.2 million. We didn't even have enough money, or enough room. So this frees up if the council in the future ever wants to do another project like clean up the mill, or put need some match money or something for a new water filter plant. We got some room to breathe, some breathing room.
Okay, hopefully there'll be some grant money for that, the mill site as well.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
So
you met with some officials from Alabama Power, along with some students from Auburn University Wednesday.
Yeah, and then the students are coming back this Friday at 1:30. I'm going to take them. We're going to walk the mill site.
So that'll be interesting.
I don't know. So if you want to come down at 1:30 and get some pictures of the students, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to take them out on the mill site down there.
Okay.
you know, they're working on that big project over at Auburn University, and I can't wait. I'm going over there for their presentation for their final later on this spring to see what they come up with. So,
this will be some really good hands-on experience.
oh no, you know, very very bright men and women.
Absolutely.
You know, in the master's program with architecture over there at the Auburn University. So.
It'll be interesting to see what they come up with.
I know. So, you know, I kind of laid it on the line and told them what we're facing and things like that. So, here in Tallassee, as far as the infrastructure, and I kind of, in a 2 or 3 hour time span, gave them a quick knowledge of what we're facing as far as financially and things like that. So, you know, I told them, you know, we got $4 million plus in grants, and I could have got about 8 or 9 to be honest with you, but you can't get grant poor. You got to have match money to get those grants. A lot of them are 80-20 or 70-30 or things like that. There's been a lot of grants I know I could have received or been awarded, and I don't really have the match money for it, you know. Right. So yeah, you know, but still $4 million, you know, hats off to the city council for being proactive and giving me the go-ahead to go after some of these grants, and a lot of the city staff that gather this information. It takes a team to get that ball across the goal line sometimes. Absolutely. In the grant world, and you have to talk to your federal Congress people and senators and things, and Martha Roby and Richard Shelby played a key role in that EDA, Department of Commerce grant for $2.4 million to help them with the wastewater facility that cut that in half. So, you know, we're going to keep working as long as I'm here, and this council, some of these council members, we're going to keep going after it and try to make this the best town that we can make.
All right. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Monday with the Mayor. We hope you'll join us again next week. Until then, I'm Carmen Rodgers reporting for Tallassee Publishers.